Good Wednesday afternoon to everyone watching this Ski Classics live session stream. This is the first one this winter, and it's great to have the new season starting with a bang in Bad Gastein, Austria this weekend. This Saturday we come along with the ITT race, and on Sunday it's time for the Criterium 1. Today you will meet the stars of the sport as I, Teemu Virtanen, your host, will guide you through this live session. And for media people joining us, please remember to raise your hand in case you have any questions, and I will let you in. And without any further ado, let's get started this show with the CEO of Ski Classics, David Nilsson. Good to have you here, David. It's been a while, a new season, correct? How are you doing, first of all? Ready?
Well, thank you, Teemu. It's too long. In our sport, I think we have too long off season compared to other sports. It feel like ages since we met last time, but I'm down in Bad Gastein in the beautiful winter wonderland, and it's really ready to get starting everything. It will be a beautiful day on Saturday.
But the good thing about the break, the long break, is that you have time to cook up with something new. And every season, Ski Classics comes with something new, new changes. Let's talk about that a little bit. Could you share us shed some light on the changes or the new things that you have up in the sleeve for this season?
Yeah, as you say, we have our Kaizen philosophy to have constant updates, as you know, and that's probably right. The reason why we do a lot of updates, we have nothing else to do in the summertime. So if I begin with the rule changes that we have updated for this winter, we have, first of all, a different way of registering a pro team. So the consistency of the pro team is a little bit different. We have minimum 3 men and 3 women in the team. It used to be 2 + 2. And maximum 8 established QCI countries, which is then Norway and Sweden. And then in addition, a team can have 2 QCI skiers, which is then from non-established countries, everyone else than Norway and Sweden. And on top of that, maybe the main news for the pro team setup is the Cubs category. So we have this winter the Cubs, which is under 22 years old. That is up to 21. And the reason is basically when we've seen over the years that our in Ski Classics in winter sports a very high youth category where it's up to 26. But we still think that's correct because it's an exception when a youth bib or youth category skier is winning or being on the podium on a race. So we still believe that's good to have because it takes a long time before you have the endurance and the strength to actually win races in Ski Classics. So we keep that, but in order to have a bridge for young skiers in the gymnasiums or high schools or whatever system there is in the school systems, we want them to be able to come directly into the tour and try it out. So the Cubs is a way to let them in, and every pro team may have 2 Cubs per race, and it doesn't have to be the same. So they don't occupy a pro team spot, but they are, so to say, trainees in the team, and they can have new Cubs every weekend, and every race. So hopefully that will give a lot of new young skiers the chance to try to be part of long distance. So that's the Cubs part. Another news we have is the race-wise. We have the Bodø race. We have in Marcialonga Bodø in the weekend after Birken in March. We have a completely new city race, which I really look forward to going to. It's 50K race with a start and finish inside the Bodø Centrum. So it's going to be a lot of people and a really interesting race to have part of the tour. So that's a new. We have taken away the veteran bib. Maybe I should mention that, Teemu, that we actually took it away and introduced the Cubs instead. And we also have moved our final race, which was last year in Mosatoppen. Now we have it in the Finsteds race that weekend. So the grand finale is moved to Summit to Senja in the day after Race-Dalappet. So I guess that's our main race news, Teemu.
And also there's a new app, correct? The live center app. That's something new.
Of course, that's maybe should be mentioned that we have in order to make a better experience for the fans and including the journalist commentators following the race, we have launched a new app, which is already out there, the Ski Classics app on different platforms. Both for Android and iPhone, but and it's a start. We're going to continue developing also that app for the future to make more things inside. So download the app.
And also, I'd like to point out that the women's field is always growing. I mean, the men's as well, but particularly women's field, record number there, participants-wise.
Yeah, we have. Last time I looked, it was 42% women, and when we began season 1, we had about 12-13% female pro team skiers. So definitely it's been a good development. We're not satisfied until it's 50-50, but we're getting closer. So at the moment, we don't see it as a problem anymore. We see more the problem that we want to have more countries, nations performing on the podium. So that's where we put a lot of effort, even if we're still not 100% satisfied with the 50-50 gender split, which we want to have.
And also, I see there's a handsome guy sitting next to you. I mean, wouldn't really say he's a new one, but the role that he has is somewhat new, isn't it?
Yeah, and of course, new is Lukas Bauer, our race director. We should mention, and Lukas, of course, you're known to many of the faces as a traditional skier and also long distance skier. But what many forget is that Lukas was in 6 years pro team director and actually won the pro team director of the season award. So he's part of the Hall of Fame as a pro team director. I think it's for Ski Classics very good to have a race director that comes from the team athlete side and from the team director side, because he has a lot of feeling there. So yeah, welcome, Lukas.
Hi. I want to say hi to all, and I have to say that I'm really happy to be back in marathons, and I'm looking forward to interesting season.
It will be interesting as always. But since you're there, Lukas, and you are the race director, Bad Gastein, how does it look out there? I mean, I know there was a little bit tight with the snow, but I think right now it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, now it looks like almost fairy tale. But yeah, I can confirm that 2 weeks before the season, we should to decide if we will be able to deliver competition like planned. And we are very happy that the snow came and we are able to start the season like planned. So we are looking forward for first weekend, and almost everything is ready already now.
That is good to hear, because I know lots of skiers were getting a little bit nervous about it. But let's take a look at the maps. You know, ITT races on Saturday, the first one. Let's take a look at that, and you can walk us through the course here and tell us about it a little bit.
Okay, first I have to mention that the track is in the beautiful landscape of Sport Gastein, and the start is located very close to Valeria House, where the athletes will start, and they will go for 7 kilometers lap, where after 3.7 kilometers it's our timing, when you can check their positions and their results, the intermediate times. And then it's quite tricky S curve, and after then they will come to the finish. The Saturday race is ITT, what means individual time trial. It's a change compared to previous years, where every time Ski Classic starts with the prologue, with pro team tempo. It's something new, and hoping that we will for sure. We will present the teams at the beginning of the season, and maybe some new young faces will come with this special format.
I mean, it's a bit of a flat course. There was some total ascent there as well. But how, from an athlete's perspective, you've been an athlete yourself, how would you, describe the course? I mean, how tough is it? You know, because sometimes courses without any big hills can be as tough or even tougher.
Yeah, for sure. If you will check the profile, you can expect that it will be very easy, but be sure that it will be very tough, and you have to push hard from the beginning if you want to reach a good result. And because usually the athletes are used for real marathon length. This is something what we are curious and looking forward if there will be some name change in the results list in front after this competition.
Have you talked to the skiers before? I mean, they excited?
Yes, for sure. But I think that everybody are first very looking forward that the season is finally on the start. And this is something new, and the most of them took it like challenge.
Good. Then Sunday's race, Bad Gastein Criterium. Can you talk about that as well?
Yeah, mostly we will use the same lap like for Saturday's ITT. Start is a little bit moved far from Valeria House. And at the farthest point, at the end of the valley, there is the additional of 600 meters, where it's slightly uphill. Then again, the same place is for timing. And simply said that after first lap, the athletes will fight for first sprint. It's 100% sprint for 30 points. The same they will compete after second lap, what means again another sprint. At the end of the third lap, they will after them they will pass the transit area. They will turn sharply right, and then they can expect 300 meters long steep hill, where on the top there will be fight for first climb points. This is the fourth lap. The same they will make on the fifth lap, and after the second climb, they will go to finish. So they are the 36 kilometers race course is waiting for them for Sunday's competition.
So how tough is this course, for them, again, from athletes' perspective?
I think it's again, looks like easy, but at the beginning, three laps on the flat profile can be demanding, and then the steep hills will come. Also, we are expecting a little snow for Sunday. We will see if the weather forecast will come to reality. So everything is open, and this will be, I think, the first feeling of real marathons after Saturday's very short, sprint for marathons.
But it will be 2 days of racing. That's always tough. But now, questions from the floor for David and Lukas. Please raise your hand. Okay, Isak Liftvakt, if I pronounce that name correctly.
Yes, that's fine. I have a question for David. I'm gathering some opinions about Stina Nilsson coming to the tour. What are your thoughts about that? A really big name for the tour.
Yeah, it's a big name, and she's very warmly welcome. First of all, it's very fun that she sees the challenge to long distance skiing. Stina is a very special athlete, I would say. It's not many like her. If you ask me normally because I guess that's in your question, I mean, what's our expectations? I would say normally it takes 2 to 3 seasons before a new athlete, even if they're good in traditional skiing, to come to the tour, especially maybe if you make a stop in skating world of biathlon between. But I think what Stina showed in the challenger event Klaresloppet, when she won it in a very controlled way, of course it's roller skiing, of course it's flat, but I am sure Stina will be many good places, and I think she will reach the podium at races already this winter. That's what I think, without knowing so much myself, but that's the expectation. And of course it's super nice that we in Ski Classic also can extend careers, that we can have big stars continuing being visible in races. So we'll really look forward to Stina coming.
That remains to be seen how well she can do, but we're all excited about that. But we need to move on. Magnar Dalen should be there waiting for us. Thank you, David, and thank you, Lukas, very much. Good luck, and let's keep our thumbs up, for a good season. I'm pretty sure it will be another great one, as always. Thank you very much, guys. And moving on to Magnar Dalen. How are you doing, Magnar? All good?
Hello, Tebo. I'm doing great. We have just arrived to Bad Gastein and been up to visit the tracks, and it's looking fantastic for the weekend's racing in Ski Classics. So we are looking forward to it.
There was just a question about Stina Nilsson there, so let's do a little bit of a follow-up. How well can she do? I mean, that was kind of the speculation just before you stepped in.
It's very difficult to say. So I guess something between number 10 and depends on the weather and the conditions.
And what about the strategy for you guys? I mean, you have pretty much the three best skiers on the male side. But then, of course, the women didn't perform that well last season. How are you approaching this season?
I would say we had some very good results also on the ladies' side last year. Anikken Gjerde Alnæs was doing some really fantastic races. We are in one way a little bit unlucky that she is not with us anymore. But now we have Stina, and then we are waiting for Moa, and then we are waiting for Victoria in the end of the season. But instead of taking lower ranked athletes, we have decided to go this way, that we start with a quite small team from the beginning, and then we will build it out when we come into January.
Indeed, that's a good philosophy or strategy. But questions for Magnar from the floor? Please raise your hand. Jakob Hård, please go ahead.
Hey Magnar, how much has Stina been with you on camps and so forth? How much has she been with the team? And could you say something about how she has looked and how she has adapted to this new environment?
She have been with us in all the training camps, and she have showed up very high motivation for the training and the technique of double pulling. During the road, she have had some smaller injuries with pain in the hands and in the back and in the different places. This we are very used to because we have trained girls for many years for Ski Classic. So it have been intensive to tell her to not push too hard because the injury can be for long term. She have taken that well, but she have been definitely on the limit sometimes to look for, okay, what can she do? We don't know, Stina don't know, you don't know. That's why it's very exciting this weekend to see what level she can show up.
And while you're still there, what about the guys? Could you say anything about how the training has been going for them, and if there is someone that has been had any problems, or someone that has been doing exceptionally well or so?
In general, I would say that we have had a very good training season. We have had very high motivation. The trainings have went well, and the target is that what was good enough to win last year will probably not be good enough to win this year. So that is what we are working for. Always you have some periods during your training season where you have injuries, back problems, elbows, and so on. But in general, it has been a very good training season. Nygaard had not the best summertime, but he have had a very good period the last weeks and months. So I feel that he is better prepared for the start of the season this year than he was last year. Kasper Stadaas and Johan Hoel have both had a very good training season. You will meet them a little bit later on in the interviews, and they will tell more about their specific situation, and maybe there will be some surprises in that. We have a new man in our team, that's Mattias Rolid. From beginning, it is like that he will be a helping rider to give skis and pools and help the captains of the team to make good results. His training have went extremely well, and at the moment he is showing up a level that I maybe not have seen accelerating so fast earlier in my career for long distance skiing, and I have been there for many years. So it's very exciting for the weekend.
Thank you. And I think Anders Blomqvist, you have a quick. We had to move on so pretty quickly, but Anders Blomqvist, I see you are in a line as well. If you have a quick question, for Magnar.
Tjena Magnar. You swept the podium last year with the men. What are the team goals for this year? And how do you think about building a team going down in size for the team now? What's your opinion about that?
The goal for the season is to try to win races. That is our main goal, to try to win the races. And of course, we hope to be there also fighting for the color bibs. The choice of sizing down the team in beginning of the season and building it up was that it was a bit difficult to find talent. Maybe they have talent, but not good enough wrestlers on the ladies' side. But we know that there is many ladies who want to go to ski classics. But first, we want to see what kind of wrestlers they are delivering in the normal races before we decide. That means that it will be difficult or impossible for us to fight for the podium level in the team competition. But that is maybe personally for me, I like the team competition very much. But the decision is that we are sizing down from the beginning, not going for the team competition and going for the victories in the races.
Thank you, Magnar, and good luck. I think you guys will do well again, as you always do, and good luck for this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and we move on and we stay with the pro team directors. Next should be Anton Järnberg from Lager 157 ski team. Hello, Anton.
Hello.
Good. How are you doing? Where are you at?
We are traveling to the Bad Gastein with the waxing car.
Okay, it sounded like you're on a plane almost.
Yes, next to plane.
Yeah, almost like a plane. Speaking of the season, speaking about Gastein, how are you feeling? I mean, last season wasn't maybe what you expected, but are you guys ready now? You will bounce back?
Yes, I think the last year was good too. We win the Vasaloppet and we win the Marcialonga, so not so bad. But I think this year we could be on the same level, and I hope we could win a race this year too.
Indeed, and is Emil Persson in good shape?
Yes, I hope so, and I think so. Emil have a good the latest week and the latest month. He has going better and better shape, and I think he could be really strong on the winter.
Let's see if that happens. But then questions for Anton from the floor. Please raise your hand. Jakob Hård, please go ahead.
Hey, Anton.
Hey.
We saw last year that the first year without floor, that it was big difference between skis between the teams and from one weekend to the other, maybe bigger differences than we have seen before. How do you think it will look this winter?
It's a big question, but I think it's not so big. The second year, I think we have more data and we have more testing, and I think it's not so big that last year from bad to good skis. But I think it's even this year we could see that when you miss the skis, I think it could be really, really bad, and when you have the really, really good skis, I think that could be a winning part even this year.
Okay, and then Anders Blomqvist, I think you have a question as well.
Hey, Anton.
Hello.
This year you are coming from low altitude. I think your whole team is doing that. Do you think that will show up on the results this weekend, or do you think you have a solution for that?
I hope we could do a good result from the low altitude, but we will see. The last year we have been on high altitude before the Gastein, but this year we try to be home and train well and prepared to the January, February, March. But for this, I think and I hope this Gastein weekend could be good. Could be good.
Are there any of your racers that has a little bit more problems coming up to high altitude, or is it no, not so much big difference between the racers?
I don't think it's so big difference. I hope that everyone could do it, and everyone of the athletes are positive to it. But I think it could be good.
All right, thank you, Anders Blomqvist, and also Anton. Good luck with you guys. I mean, I assume it's a really important weekend, the first weekend, isn't it? It's always important to kind of get everything going.
Yes, of course, it's important. And last year we were not also good the first 2 weekends, and that was not so funny on the Christmas when we not have one result with us. So I hope this weekend could be better than last year.
Indeed, we all hope that. Thank you very much, Anton, and drive safely, and see you in Bad Gastein. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. And we are moving on to another pro team director from Team Eksjöhus, Espen Träldal.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, we can hear you pretty well. So are you guys ready? I mean, you pretty much, having the kind of the favorites pressure on your shoulders, or how do you feel yourself?
Yeah, we like that, and hopefully we have take a little bit more steps from last year, and we can do a better season, maybe for winning some races from the men's sides, and that's a big goal for this year. So yeah, we have 2 athletes was 1 and 2 in the youth bib last year, and hopefully they have taken a little bit more steps. So we have to see when we start.
Have you done anything differently for this season, training-wise, training camp-wise?
No, we have a lot of good camps. Marte is driving them well, and we have longer camps. We really like to be away in 10, 12 days. Yes, we have done a good work all from last race in Ski Classic. So hopefully we are really good prepared.
Indeed, I think you are. And then questions again from the floor. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Espen.
Hey.
You had an amazing season last year with almost all of your athletes had improved and taken really big steps, being better skiers. The start of this season, am I wrong that they haven't, in those few races they have done, has been a little bit less impressing starting this season? Or what's your opinion?
No, I don't think so. Sophie, we are really focused on the most athletes is focused on the Ski Classic, and some of the athletes have been a little bit sick after Mallis, and we have a little bit injured. So that's small things. They are now back in track. So hopefully we can show them Saturday and Sunday this week. We are not weaker than last year.
Are all coming in from low altitude, or do you have a lot of races that been in high altitude before this race?
No, we have been in Lavasee in 10 days. 2 athletes have been. What?
All racers have been there?
No, with 1 athlete, Louise Lindström, was a little bit fluey after Bruksvallarna, so we not take her up. She's coming to live in Bad Gastein and coming up, so she is healthy now.
Okay, but the rest has been in high altitude?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions before we move on to Espen?
Yes.
Okay, Jakob.
Hey, Espen.
Hey.
Is Magni focusing on? I mean, she earlier said that she wanted to aim for the World Championships. Where is her focus now?
Her focus is this weekend in Gastein, and that's what I know. She's coming to go here, so she's not in the World Cup, so she go here. And then we take a talk after and take it forward what we have focused on. But just now it's the 2 races this weekend.
You were last year also very successful with the skis in many races. You had very good skis in more races, I would say, than many of your opponents. How do you look upon that now and for the upcoming season?
We have get in maybe one of the best waxer in the world, Frode Pedersen, to manage the bus, and we are really happy, and hopefully we get good skis. I think we have taken a step there too, so we are hopefully we get better skis than last year.
Thank you, Jakob, and thank you, Espen, very much. For the interview. Good luck, and good luck for this weekend, of course. And I know that you guys and your team will do well this season, as you guys did last year. So, see you soon, and take care.
Thank you.
And we are moving on to Team Ramudden's director, Gustaf Korsgren. Hello,
Yes, hello.
Gustaf.
Hi,
Hello.
hi.
How are you doing this afternoon?
Fantastic. In Bad Gastein, fantastic weather, and nice to be here.
So, what do you think? How well are you guys doing this weekend? For your team, everything's okay.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's really nice to start. It will be like a soft start with this weekend now in December. Then the real season starts next year with Toblach, we think. So after that, it will be like boom, boom, boom until last of March.
But everything has gone well with your team, in training wise and so forth.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, it's top level athlete, so they get small injuries here and there, but overall everyone is healthy now and in good shape, so everyone is looking forward for this weekend.
Indeed, I think they are. And then questions for Gustaf.
No question. So
always takes a while before they push. There are questions coming for you. Anders Blomqvist, you were first.
Hey, Gustaf.
Tjena, Anders.
We were talking skis a little bit with Espen earlier on. You have their wax sheaf this year. Is there a big difference in your wax team for this winter? Except that?
Yes, it's a big difference. As me and Lina got a child last season, we knew that it would be impossible for me to be in the waxing cabin this season. So now when Lina has she takes care of our small Uno. I'm taking the blue team director role again, and we hired Luca Angelini from Eksjöhus for being in the wax cabin and sheep of the skis and everything. So yeah, that feels really, really good. It's a big difference for us, of course.
Last question. Anton Persson is new in your team. What do you think about him? Is he ready for the Ski Classic entering podiums?
No. He's main up. Of course, he can be on the podium, but he's not ready in that level. I think he is this long-term everything he's doing. So maybe in a couple of years, but the first main thing is for him to focus on the green jersey and see how many sprint points he can manage to take. Maybe it will be hard for him to collect the jersey, but it's important to do those sprints in the races and develop as a ski classic athlete. And in a 2 season or 3 season, I believe he has the capacity, of course, to be on the podium, but one step first. So we'll see what he can do.
Okay.
Thank you. And then Jakob Hård.
Hey, Gustaf, your team has historically been very successful in developing skiers that have come to your team. What you also have Thomas Joly now.
Oui.
What do you say about what you have seen from him during the preseason?
Extremely talented, extremely fast, and strong. I'm actually really surprised that he haven't been on the podium yet when I just see him in action. We'll see what we can help him with to reach his goals, but if everything is in order for him in like shape, skis, mentally, and also of course tactically, when we are now more men in the bunch who can help each other, I believe it's just a matter of time before he's on the podium.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jakob, and also Gustaf. Thank you very much for joining us, and good luck there. I know that the first weekend is always very important for you and your team and for everybody because new season is starting. So good luck there.
Thank you. Bye.
And we are now moving on to the first star from Team Ramudden, Emilie Fleten, the champion. Hey, good to see you again. You're smiling.
Nice to. Huh? Yeah, I'm smiling.
Of course, you should be. You're the champion.
Yeah.
But how well have you prepared yourself? You know, the competition is always tough, and the women's field is always growing. So how do you feel about it now, stepping into a new season?
I feel excited. You never know how good your shape is compared to the others. I think my shape is quite okay, but you never know how the other girls are. So it will be really excited to see to start the season and just get going.
And so the first weekend is always important for you guys, even if this is a kind of a prologue. But how do you approach it yourself? I mean, how important is it for you to do really well, even if you may still know that it's the actual shape is coming?
Yeah, I think last year it was really important for me to have a good start. I think for me to get that confidence early in the season was really important for the rest of my season. I think this year I might have more confidence from the last season, so I'm not depending on that of a good start like I had last season. But of course, you always want to be there and fight for the win, because you want to get sure that your training has been good and all of that. But I think it's not that important that it was for me last year.
But I know the all competitive spirits, you always want to win. So questions for Emilie. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Emilie.
Hello.
You had a fantastic season last year. Is there things that you've been working on for this season, or have you been doing the same as last year?
I think I've been doing a lot of the same, but of course you try to develop things always. I think my training has been a little bit different, how I build it up through the summer and autumn, maybe compared to last season. I think I was quite almost injured the whole time last year. Like my elbows, I struggle a lot with them. And this season I've focused on being more healthy and good. So I think I've managed that. But the training is quite the same as last year.
And there are no technical things that you've been working with, or muscular things, or something that you would like to change from last year. Or what? How do you see on that?
I think I'm trying to like I said, develop what I'm always trying to develop, like my speed, my strength, my everything. But I think I gained so much focused on like the easiest part last year, so I'm trying to continue that. But I think maybe last year was the biggest difference in my career, where I like put an effort into a lot of thinking technique in my in some areas. I don't know how to say it, but I think I'm just trying to still continuing working with the things I worked for last year.
Okay, last question. I haven't seen you racing anything this year. Was that the plan, or has something disturbed you going into this season?
No, I was supposed to race in Bruksvallarna, but I got ill, so couldn't race. That was bad, but I'm healthy now, so that's what matters.
Thanks.
Thank you, Anders. And we have another question coming from Ingeborg Schebe. Please go ahead.
Hi, Emilie. It's good to see you again. I was wondering, you had a new girl in your team this year.
Yeah.
And how's that been for you guys in the fall? Well, how have you been able to take advantage of each other, and how's that changed the dynamic among the girls?
I think it's been really good to have a new girl on the team. I think the whole team is really strong this year, both on the men's side and the women's side. It's really good for me to have both Ida and Julie that are really fast. So that's my biggest struggle, being fast. So it's good to have those girls in the team to that I can learn of. So it's been really good to have a new girl on the team. And I think, the group as a whole is really strong this year.
Has she brought any new perspectives into the way that you do things, or new ideas? Do you do things? Yeah, did she bring in some new thoughts?
Like everyone is like bringing in some new thoughts, but I think maybe of course. I don't like of course it's good with new people, and it's also good with new people because you look at your own training in a new perspective, in a kind of way. So it's been good.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ingeborg. And then there should be a question from Isak Liftback. Isak still there?
Yes, hello.
Please go ahead.
Yes, we've talked a bit about Stina Nilsson coming into the tour. You've already faced her before. Could you talk a little bit about your opinion on her and how it's going to be to face her on the tour?
I think it's going to be really good to have Stina in Ski Classic, both for the sport and Ski Classic for the whole, but also in like having a new really strong girl in the field. I think it's good for me as well, because I think we're quite upset, me and Stina. So I think for me it's really good to like feel that I have to improve all of my skills, but I know her as an athlete and I know her strength. So it's going to be really interesting to see her this weekend. But I think Stina is going to be really strong this season. I sees her as one of my biggest competitors, so it's going to be fun to race with her.
All right, thank you very much, Isak, and also Emilia. Thank you very much, and good luck. I know that you are shooting for another champion title there, and it'll be a tough fight. You mentioned Stina, but the next one in line, for the interview is one of your challengers, Kati Roivas, so second last year. So, but good luck. Good luck for the season and for the weekend, of course.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. And as I mentioned, we should have Kati Roivas ready there from Team Eksjöhus, skier from Finland.
Hi. I
Hello.
think my camera is not working, so we will just have to do it without.
Oh, okay. Are you on your way then?
Yeah, we are on the road.
On the road. So how are you feeling this fine afternoon? Are you ready for the weekend? Training's gone well? Well,
Yeah, I'm excited. It's like every year when you start the season, you don't really know how it goes, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited.
so now when you kind of look back on the season, when you really broke through and it made big news over here, headlines over here in Finland as well, did you really expect to do that well when the season started?
Well, no, not at all. I mean, I knew that in a good day I could be on the podium, but I didn't quite expect it to be 7 podiums at the end of the season. So yeah, that was surprising.
And how has that changed your approach? Because now you're not the surprise skier and you're not the black horse anymore. You're one of the challengers. You're one of the favorites.
Yeah, I think I will just see it one race at a time, and yeah, I know that I'm not at my best shape yet, and I think no one is, but yeah, it will be interesting to see how it goes. And of course, I have more expectations for this season than I had last season.
And you definitely want to win a race.
Yeah, of course.
That goes without saying. Then questions for Kati. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Kati.
Hey.
How has your training year been?
It's been pretty good. Of course, like some small setbacks, but nothing big. So it's been mostly really good, and yeah.
Is there any special things that you've been working extra hard on to improve?
Always trying to work on my capacity, but otherwise no big changes from last year, but trying to work on my capacity and getting a little faster as well.
Okay. Do you live in Finland now, or do you live in France, or where do you stay?
Still live in France, yeah.
Okay. You were racing in Munio. What do you think about those races?
So I had been on snow maybe 2 weeks by that point. I raced there. I just thought since this year I was not sick when I started to ski on snow, it was fun to get some competitions. So yeah, it was definitely not my best performances, but it was fun to get back to the traditional skiing a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. And then more questions for Kati from the floor. Well, Kati, I have one for you. Your team, coming from Finland, being in a Swedish team, having a really tough team, how well do you guys work together and with the training camps and so forth?
I think it is one of our strengths. We work really well together and we complement each other, and we improve by looking what the other one does better, and we give advices to each other. So I think we work really well together.
And then what is your now biggest goal for this season? Of course, you mentioned you want to win races, but any one particular race that you really want to shine?
Well, the big races for sure. I think Marcialonga could be one of my favorites. But yeah, the Grand Classics in general.
All right, that sounds like a good plan there. So good luck, for you there, Grand Classic races and also the whole season. You did really well, second last year. So good luck there and good luck for the weekend as well.
Thank you.
And we are moving on to Magni Smedås. Hey, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
You're also on the road. I can see that you're sitting in a car.
Yeah, we're on the road, so we still have a couple of hours left until we're in Bad Gastein, but it's going smoothly so far, so yeah.
So how are you approaching this weekend? It's a little bit, it's been a bit of a tricky year for you because you've been kind of focusing on standard distances, long distance, kind of balancing it out a little bit. How are you feeling in terms of that right now?
Well, I'm not sure of my shape at all. I've been struggling the past month. It's been a lot of ups and downs, and yeah, bad sleep, lack of energy. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see how it goes this weekend, but we did some intervals today and it felt a lot better than I've been feeling the past month. So hopefully I can do good.
But also last year you started kind of late and then you improved and did really well. So you should be kind of used to it.
Yeah, I don't have many seasons where everything goes smoothly. So yeah, most of my seasons are with ups and downs. So I believe that it can be a good season in the end.
Let's hope that. But then questions, Magni. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Magni.
Hello.
What do you think the reason is that you are struggling a bit in this pre-season with energy levels and so? Have you been training really, really hard, or is it something else you think?
No, for me, I think it's my nervous system that's kind of on fire, and it's been on fire for the past month, ever since I was sick at the end of October. So I haven't really figured out what it is yet, but I've been trying to do a lot of meditation and some alternative ways to calm myself down. But yeah, it's getting a little bit better, but not quite. So I guess I'll just have to give myself time and not be so hard on myself. I don't feel like I've been training extremely hard or anything this season. So yeah, it's like my body's just telling me that no, you're not going to push it harder. So we'll see.
Was it the COVID infection or?
I don't know because I didn't do any tests at the doctor at that time, but I was struggling a lot with fever and headache and also being nasal, coughing. And yeah, it took a while to get better from it. And ever since that, my sleep has been bad and my heart rate has been really high and it's not really been working on training. So I don't know, maybe mycoplasma, maybe long COVID, something. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Regarding you have goals to be a really good long distance racer and also participating in the World Championships. Has that changed your training into this season, this training year, or has it been almost the same as last year?
I've been skating a little bit more, using my legs a little bit more, but most of the training is quite the same as I did last year. I really believe that doing the long distance training with the long sessions and double pulling makes me stronger. So yeah, I like to hang on to those sessions and yeah, I've just been using my legs a little bit more and trying to get some speed in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Anders Blomqvist. And then I saw Jakob Hård, you have a question as well. Please go ahead.
Yes, hello, Magni. Are you still hoping that the World Championships that you could reach them, or have you shifted focus in any way, having these problems now in the preseason?
No, I'm definitely still hoping for the World Champs, but I know that the chances are smaller now than they were a month ago before we started the season. But we still have the Norwegian Championships in the middle of January, where I really want to race fast. And yeah, I want to give this really a good chance. So, but I think it depends on how my shape develops the next weeks and how things are when the new year comes, I guess. But plan A is to get back in shape and try to ski fast at the Norwegian Championships. But if that doesn't work, then it will be ski classics for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of that, Magni, what do you think about Barkastan? Is that a kind of a good start for a season before Christmas?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel since the races back home didn't go so well the past month, and it's nice for me to get together with the team again and travel down here to the Alp, get a little bit different environment and gain some extra energy from that. So I'm really looking forward to the races this weekend. It's been 2 years since I raced in Balkarstein the last time, since I was struggling with my back last year. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Any more questions for Magni before we move on? So I have one before I let you go. I know you still have a little bit left you need to drive there, but tactic-wise, what are you expecting this? It's a little bit different within the prologue, short course, and also, of course, ITT on Saturday, Criterium on Sunday. What kind of a race will it be, from your perspective?
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because I have no idea. I think it will be interesting to see who's racing fast on Saturday. I hope I can be one of the ones that see really fast. I've been doing a couple of 10 kilometers the past week. For the long distance race on Sunday, it will be very interesting. We have several strong teams now. My team is for sure really strong with 5 girls starting. Team Ramudden has improved their team. And I know that many others of our competitors are really strong now. So, and of course, Stina Nilsson, it will be very interesting to see how fast she can go and how that will affect all the tactics and the outcome in the end. So, yeah, I have no idea. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. And the women's field is really strong, as you said. So it'll be interesting to see how well you and everybody else will do. So good luck there. Drive safely and do well this season. That's what we all hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Magni. And moving on to Sandra Schutzova should be there ready. Hello, Sandra.
Hello.
Good.
I'm ready, but my camera doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Your camera doesn't work. Okay, there's always some technical problems. But how are you doing this afternoon? All good over there?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I got sick in Livigno 2 weeks ago, and I still fight with some viruses, and yeah, but let's hope that it will be better soon. But I won't be able to compete in Bad Gastein this weekend, and yeah, it is.
That must be a bummer, for you not to be able to race, and do the first weekend, which is always important, for your skiers. I mean,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Mm.
Well, bad luck there. Then questions, for Sandra. So Sandra, I want to ask you about your team Kaffebryggeriet. How do you? How is the team? Could you shed a little bit of light on that, and how has it worked with the guys and the team?
Oh yeah, but I just spent a little time with my team because of my injury, and after my surgery, I needed to stay at home and training at home and work with my physiotherapist, and yeah, it was a bit complicated with my knee, and yeah, I spent just a few time with them. Yeah.
It seems to me that you've had a lot of mishaps and challenges there. So, how do you feel about? I mean, are you ready for the season? I mean, you're sick right now a little bit, but that's not just all.
Yeah, it's not so great for me and my body, but I think I trained. I took some great training camps, and I think I am ready for the upcoming season. And yeah, but we'll see in the new year.
So, what is your goal for this season, based on what you just told us and kind of this background that these challenges you've been facing? What do you want to achieve?
Yeah, it's really hard to say, but yeah, I would like to be in top 6 as last year. It was my best result in Ski Classics, and yeah, I would like to reach some results like that.
Which one is your favorite race of all those Ski Classic events?
Yeah, my favorites are, I think, Izerska and Vasaloppet.
Why those? They're very different. Vasaloppet and Izerska, of course, your country, but
yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe I felt really strong in Izerska and also in Vasaloppet, and maybe it's the reason. Yeah, I don't know.
I know that you're not racing this weekend, but what do you expect, from your team? How well can they do, and how important is it for your team to do well this weekend?
Yeah, I think they are really good prepared for this season, and the boys competed in Beitestolen, and yeah, I think they are happy with their results, and they are really strong, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all of them.
So you haven't been able to race yet, or have you?
Sorry?
Have you been able to race at all this season, like shorter races or anything?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you have done a race, you yourself.
Say me again, please.
Yes, sorry, I asked you if you had a chance to do a race or races this season. You mentioned that your team mates did Beitestolen, so have you done anything?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. No, my first races should be here in Bad Gastein, but yeah.
But now you have fallen ill. Well, yeah, good luck there. Well, let's hope that you will get better, and the season will be a good one.
Okay.
And we know that you are shooting for a top 6 positions there. So good luck, and
thank you.
And see you later then. And we move on to Anikken Gjerde Alnæs, Team Engcon.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How does it feel to be in a new team?
Hi, it's great. It's been good. It's a really great team that been looking out for me after the accident. So I've been happy with the change.
Anything done differently there in your team when you compare to Ragde?
Yeah, of course, it's a little bit different, but I think the work has to be done. So it's not completely different. Everyone trains well and train hard, and we'll see how it will be this weekend.
So you're ready for a podium place? Need be.
Not for me. Like I wasn't expecting even to be ready for Gastein, and we haven't made any decision if I'm racing or not. The decision will be taken the day before, so we'll see.
How come? Is there something?
I got hit by a car, so my knee has been pretty fucked up, and the injury is pretty complicated. And due to that, I've lost a lot of muscles in my right thigh and around the knee. So if you would do a DEXA scan of me right now, I would have approximately 50% less muscles than I had before. So it's a decision we have to make if I feel comfortable both mentally and physically when I'm there. And I've had some mental struggles with a lot of people, what happens around me. I need to feel like I'm at a good place to be able to start.
Okay, let's hope that everything will work out well. That's always tragic to hear that accidents are bad for sure. Anders Blomqvist, you have a question. Please go ahead.
Hej Anniken, skönt att höra din röst.
Tack.
Regarding that injury, the muscles that you miss, is it muscles that you use when you're double pulling? I mean, really strong muscles using when you're double pulling, or is it muscles controlling the skis and for your balance and so, or is it both?
I would say both. So when you double pull, you use your legs more than you think. But it's also a lot about the balance to control the ski. I haven't been able to herringbone before, maybe like a couple of days before or like days ago. So today I tried to herringbone a little bit and it feels okay, but it's definitely not where I'm at my best. So you need all the muscles around the knee to be able to control also the ski. So it will be a process that would take at least 6 months to recover fully and maybe more.
Okay. Have you been able to train? I know I've seen you've been training other things, but do you feel that your heart and lungs are pretty okay if the legs are working, or is it still a lot of work to be done to reach your capacity?
If like I haven't been able to do long races, or I've only done intervals and some standard intervals. So everything that's standard is better than it has been before. So I'm better on the treadmill, I'm better in the strength room, and I'm better at the ski erg. But at skis, you need to work your legs as well. So to get all those components together is probably what I need to work on this season. And hopefully I will get there in a couple of months.
And I understand uphills is difficult if you can't use your legs and herringbones. Downhills, is that a mental thing for you now, or are you relaxed there?
Both yes and no. I've been working a lot here in Livigno to be able to do the most scary hill here. It's not as difficult as in Gastein. I think that's a little bit trickier. So I think most people will find me in the downhill in Gastein.
Okay.
Prior to the race.
Good luck, whatever you decide.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. And Jakob Hård, you also have a question. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just one question. When did this accident happen? How long have you been struggling?
So we're counting 6 months soon.
Wow. Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jakob, and good luck indeed. That's what you need, Anniken. But do you feel that you will be able to do this season? And how do you mentally get yourself stable?
I think I have a good guy at home. Carl Frederick. He's been injured before, and we've been through it together before. And to have him support me all the way has been pretty important. He joined me on all roller ski sessions outside in the beginning, and because I got able to be outside at in mid-October. So he joined me so I would feel safe all the time and to get a little bit better balance and stuff. So, but I've been more positive than I thought that I would be. And I think it would I've never like hit the bottom and been like, I want to quit. So it's been easy to do the job. And I think you get a little bit more focused because you need to do the job even to function as a person, not only as an athlete.
It's good to hear that you keep up the positive attitude. That's what you need. And good luck. We all hope that you will get well and you will be able to do the season. And let's see if you can race this weekend. If so, good luck there. And
thank you
good
so
luck.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anikken. And we move on to Emil Persson, Lager 157 ski team.
Hi.
Hello. Can we also see you?
I don't know. There's some shit going on with my computer.
Okay, so no picture of Emil.
I'm sorry.
So that's all right. There's been some technical problems with other ones too. Emil, do you feel that you can bounce back? This is of course a big question. Last season wasn't exactly what you hoped or people expected you to do. Are you back?
I think I'm better than I was last year at this time, like the days before the Badgerstein.
So what have you done differently then?
Nothing much. It's quite similar to last year, but I think I have better balance, like in the training and in my head. And last year I was sick before, just the week before, so not this time. So I think just that will be a big difference.
So you're ready to fight. Questions for Emil? Isak Litvak, please go ahead.
Hey, Emil. I was wondering what your thoughts are about Stina Nilsson joining the tour. What do you think about having such a big name coming to the tour and what it does for the sport?
Yeah, I think it's good that she joining Ski Classic. It's good to have that big names joining our tour to help, I don't know, spread the sport, and I think the sport will grow with her. So that's nice to see, and looking forward to see her compete to the rest of the girls. So it's going to be an interesting winter with her on the start line.
And then more questions for Emil? Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Emil.
Hi.
I understand you are satisfied with the work you've been doing through the training year. That's really nice to hear. Is there anyone else in Lager 157 that you has improved on you this summer and autumn?
Yeah, my brother. He looks very strong. He did some interval with us this Monday, and he just crushed us. So he will be strong this upcoming weekend. So, and he's shown that it's been developed a lot during the summer and autumn. So yeah, I put my money on my brother.
Okay, that sounds good. And he also raced good in Bad Gastein earlier.
Yeah, he liked the course and he liked the valley there. So, and he did a good race in Bruksvallarna too.
Yeah. Different from last year, you're coming from low altitude, going up racing. Do you think that will be a problem for you racing Saturday and Sunday?
I did that last year too, because of the COVID I had last year. So, and I think I did it well that time. So I think I will manage it quite well this time too.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders, and then Jakob Hård, your turn.
Hey, Emil.
Hello.
Thorleif has left the team, and Alvar will not race as much, at least not in the beginning of the season as he has done before. How will that affect your performances as a team and as a group?
Yeah, we're losing two strong guys now in one for the whole winter and one just in the beginning of the season. But Thorleif was a really strong guy. You can always count on him in the last hour of the race. So we just have to come up with a way that we can manage to do without him. And it's with Alvar, I think he's doing the right thing now and aiming for World Championship and just going all in on the traditional skiing in the beginning. I hope to see him in Trondheim, and then he can come into Vasaloppet and defend his third place there.
Have you talked anything about? I mean, will it affect your team tactics in any way that these two are not there?
No, we are gonna have the same plans for the races and the tactic wise. So I think we can manage it well. I don't think that will affect the result this winter that much.
Thank you, and then Ingeborg Skeve.
Yeah, hi Emil. Congratulations on a new house and a new household. How is that going to work when you are on your different teams? Like, are you even going to be able to talk about skiing at home? Or are you going to not reveal your team's tactics and how is that going to, just a curious question, I guess, but yeah.
Thank you. You have to what you do on the work, you that stays on the work, and what you do home stays home, and you separate the things, the team tactics and so on. But of course, I'm cheering a lot for Emilie, and I hope she's cheering on me in the races. But yeah, we have to learn this winter how we're gonna manage the ups and downs, maybe. Hopefully only ups. But of course, we talk about what's happening in our teams, but we're not gonna tell each other our plans for the races because, I think that's not professional at all.
Obviously,
we have to keep it professional.
Obviously, but do you talk about training at home? Is that one thing? I mean, obviously, it's something you have in common. So, is that a big topic between the two of you?
Yeah, it's a lot of ski talk and training, and try to help each other and talk about what training sessions, and we train some sessions together too. So it's a lot of skiing in this house at the moment.
I can understand. So, do you think, you say you were coming into the season at a better place than you were last year at the same time? Do you think being together and being so close together has helped you and maybe both of you get to a better place this year, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, we'll see that this weekend how we like manage this summer and autumn if we've done it right. But I think so because you like always have the one at home that really understands what you're thinking, what you feel, and you have someone to talk to that understand that, and like you can get good advice. Sometimes you just thinking a lot like, what should I do? Is this bad or this good? But to have someone to talk to at home is really good.
So you actually feel like you guys you help elevate each other to like you help grow each other.
Yeah.
Also in at your physical in the physical training part.
Yeah, I think Emilie has helped me this autumn to do some right choices in the training.
Can you give an example of something that she told you?
I don't know if I just got. Sometimes I get very eager and like motivated and just put my head down and just go all in and don't think about the consequences. Then she's there sometimes to like break my to tell me to take it easier. So.
And you've learned to listen to your woman.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, Ingeborg, and thank you very much, Emily. Even if we didn't see you, we didn't have a chance to see you, and good luck there. And I know that it's important for you to, yes, next time and do well this weekend, and hopefully you'll have a better season than you had last year. So good luck there.
Thank you.
See you. And moving on to the last year's champ from Team Ragde Charts, Johan Hoel. Hoel, I think isn't that how you pronounce it? Hoel.
Yeah, Hoel is right.
Good, all right. So obviously doing well there, but are you ready to reclaim, defend the champion title?
Yeah, what should I say? I'm not doing that great. I should have been in Livigno right now, but I woke up yesterday with a sore throat and a bit runny nose and clogged nose today. So yeah, right now it's looking like I'm not going to race this weekend, but yeah. So maybe the overall championship competition is over before the season even starts.
Oh, that's bad news then. It started this morning.
Yeah, yesterday's morning, and went home from Livigno yesterday, and yeah.
But other than that, your training's gone well, and you're otherwise ready.
Yeah, the training has been going well. Nothing spectacular, but yeah, as we say, normal training for normal people, and training has been going well, and if I'm not been able to race this weekend, I think the season is going to be good.
I don't think you're a normal people. You're a champ. You're a champion.
But the normal is often the best thing to do.
Indeed. Anders Blomqvist, do you have a question?
Hey, Johan.
Hey.
So you are back in Norway now, or are you in some other place?
Yeah, I went back to Norway yesterday. It was a decision if I should go to Gastein and wait for the others there, but yeah, I think this was the best decision, and it's a small chance that I will come to Gastein on Friday or Saturday, but yeah, I gave it a 10% shot or something.
Okay. But the training this year has been really good, I've heard. No big problems during the way?
No. Everyone has a sickness now and then, and I had like 5-6 days after the Mallorca camp. But just steady training, trying to after many years with the guys on the team, I try to pick up some good advices, and I pushed hard, but I wouldn't say I trained really hard this season. Trying to listen to the body and do good choices.
Yeah, you have no problems with your back this this year?
Yeah, back is good, and yeah, no injuries.
Okay. Last question: is there something that you've been working on to improve during regarding you had so successful last year? But is there something that you've been working hard on to improve into this winter?
I wouldn't say I've done so much different regarding training, but I've done a bit more altitude training this year. So I am at around 60 days of altitude so far. So yeah, that's maybe the biggest change.
And why do you do that? What's your goal with that?
Yeah, mainly it's the goal to perform better in altitude. So it's a bit shame that I'm not be able to race this weekend, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Get well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. And then more questions for Johan? Well, then I have one for you, kind of the tactical aspect. 3 of you guys, the best ones, number 1, number 2, number 3. But tactically, whenever you guys approach races, I mean, how does it work with you guys? Because you all can win.
Yeah, I think we have to trust each other a little bit, and also give each other the opportunity to try to win. And yeah, I think last year showed that, especially in Vasaloppet when yeah, I think Kasper and Andreas had the opportunity to win, but they gave me the chance, and we have to play it a bit like that, and yeah, be nice with each other and give each other the chance to win. And yeah, there are enough races to do well as well. So yeah.
What is the key thing, you know, in order to win the overall, the champion title? You only won 1 race, but you were pretty stable all the way through.
Yeah, I think you have to be on the start line in almost all races. And yeah, if you look at the last year, I think if you had all races had the same amount of points, I think actually Kasper would have won the season. So of course the Grand Classics are the most important. You have to be on the podium or very close to the podium in all those 4 events. And yeah, so I think that's the important thing to do.
And of course, you want to win one of those races for sure, correct?
Yeah, I think that will be my main goal this year, to try to win 1 grand event.
Indeed, but you need to get well before that, correct?
I have to. I'm not racing ill, so I'm too old for that. So I have to get good first.
Indeed. Good luck there. Let's hope that you will recuperate pretty soon and you get back to the business at hand. But
thank you.
Thank you very much, and good luck there. And we are moving on to Johan's teammate, Kasper Stadaas, number 2 in the overall competition last year. How are you doing, Kasper?
Doing good. Yes. Hello.
Indeed you are. You should be doing well. You started last season really well. You were dominating, but then towards the end of the season, you get a little bit lost in your mojo, maybe. I don't know. Have you done something differently that you will last throughout the season and take the title from your teammates?
Well, I think what Johan said about being healthy and being on the start line is for sure the most important thing. Being sick a week before Vasaloppet is not ideal. So except from that, I think I'm not going to do too much different this year. But try to do turn every stone and try to do some stuff better, but pretty much the same, and then it's gonna go how it goes.
So it seems that Johan is out of the picture, you know, for this weekend. But are you doing okay? No problems whatsoever?
Yeah, it's unfortunate with Johan. He's been strong this fall, and actually, me and Johan has been training a lot together this summer and fall, and tried to build on each other. So it's never cool when a teammate's sick. The weird thing is that I was sick last week, so even though I've had a great summer and fall, maybe one of my best, I don't feel very prepared for Bad Gastein. I think there's going to be a lot of other guys more prepared for this weekend, but hopefully throughout the season I will be able to reap the rewards of a good fall and a good period of training the last 8 to 10 weeks.
Well, that remains to be seen, but then questions for Kasper. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Kasper.
Hey.
You didn't race. I haven't seen any races from you pre-season. Was that the plan, or have you been racing that they haven't been seen?
Well, I waited for the winter to come, but it didn't. So I'm not gonna race on artificial snow. I'm not trained for it. I'm focusing on the long races, and the first long and cool race starts on Sunday. So I've been all focused on that and left traditional skiing to the other guys.
That's not important for you as a skier regarding you are so fast, that also sometimes do sprints regarding competing to traditional guys?
No, it doesn't give me anything. So what gives me confidence and strength for long distance races is training with the guys on the team. With Johan, Andreas, and Matthias, especially Matthias, been very strong, so it's been nice to train with him. And so I've rather been training hard, and it's been difficult to have time to go to Bergstølen and go around in 3-4K loops when the training load has been so big that it's been in October, November. So yeah, I'm just trying to focus on rest and recovery, and yeah.
Okay, understand. Last question. You are fewer guys in the team this year. Do you think that will affect on the tactics you're able to use during the races in the beginning of the season?
No, I think it's going to be the same. It's the 3-4 guys from Ragde being in the front, hopefully, and that's how it was last year. For sure, Marcelonga is a special race. We'll see how things will turn out there, but there's some races before that, and there's some criterium races, and I think we're a strong team this year. Hopefully they'll be stronger than last year. We'll see. There seems to be a lot of strong guys training this year, so it's going to be exciting. I think we have something to do in the top fight.
Okay, stronger than last year when you smashed the podium. What would that be?
I don't know. We'll see.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. And then Ingeborg, Sheva, your turn.
Yeah, hi Kasper. We haven't seen much of you for a long time. So you told me in the summer you were going to train harder, crazier, and sicker than ever. How's that project turned out?
It's postponed to next year. I haven't been healthy enough to do that. I've been injured during the summer, so I had to, and the weather wasn't on my side, so I couldn't do the project on bike that I wanted, and the run project I had I couldn't do because of my knee. So I just tried to do a normal training for normal people and keep my hands on the steering wheel for the summer and fall, and just try to be stable.
All right, I'm not quite sure about your normal people and your normal training, but that's a different thing. What kind of injury did you have?
Just a runner's knee kind of thing. So it's just
Okay.
too much running.
All right. So my other question, Magnar was telling us earlier today that Matthias has made bigger steps and bigger gains than anyone he's ever seen before. Are you afraid of this guy?
Yeah, he's a big guy. So a little bit afraid. I've shared room with him now for 2 weeks, so I'm tried to be on his good side. but yeah, he's a great guy. He's been super strong, and yeah, a great addition to the team. And that's why I said to Anders that I can actually maybe say that we're stronger than last year. So I have big hopes for Matthias this weekend, and for the rest of the season as well. So it's really cool to have him here. He's been doing a serious good job and been training hard and really pushing us guys. So it's been great to have him on the team.
So what I was wondering is, from your perspective, what is the biggest gain or the biggest step that he's taken from the time that he started training with you till now? Like what have you guys told him? What have you taught him this summer?
We don't tell him much, but just keep showing up. I think that's the most important thing, and that's what Matthias has done. He started the season being crushed, and then he's just kept showing up, and I think that's what it's all about. Just try to be a better version of yourself, and yeah, never give up. And he's really showed the good strength there, and yeah, it's nothing very crazy. It's basic training for basic
But
people.
I mean, like, do you see, like, is his biggest gains in like endurance, capacity, or like engine, or like does he have a bigger top speed? Does he more of a stayer? What is the biggest? Where's the place where he's made the biggest gain, you think?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he's better on everything. So he's been better on everything, and yeah, it really shows on tests and training, and hopefully we're going to see that in races. So yeah, he's been strong.
Cool. We're looking forward to this. That'll be fun. Thanks.
Thank you, Ingeborg. And thank you, Kasper, for joining us, even if you don't feel like you're well prepared for this weekend. But I know that it'll be a good season for you and your team, as always. But good luck.
Very excited.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Very excited. We all are. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
And moving on to Kasper's teammate and the legend, three-time champion, Andreas Nygaard. How are you doing? All well?
Yeah, I'm all good here. I'm alone in the room since, unfortunately, the yellow bib from last year, Johan, had to move out yesterday. So in Livigno, been here for quite some time now. So looking forward for getting the season started.
Yeah, we just talked to him and he got sick and he had to fly back home. But you've been winning races for 8 years in a row. Do you think that you will continue with that feat?
Yes, I think so.
What does it take from you? You know how winning is, but do it again this year.
We will see. Everybody says that the peloton is getting stronger and faster, but I'm not so sure if winning races has been any more difficult than last year's. But this year it seems like everybody has maybe taken a huge step forward with heat training and all this periodization and a lot of training. So we will see. But as mentioned earlier, you gotta stay consistent. You gotta keep showing up. You gotta stay healthy and avoid injuries. That's the main part for me also. I have been struggling some parts of the years in doing so, but hopefully I can still be up there fighting, and hopefully I can still win races. But it's tough. So everything has to go as it 100% if you want to beat the guys coming.
Magnar mentioned something about your summer, that you struggled over the summer. What happened there?
Nothing special, just the usual. Fortunately, the ski classic season starts maybe 2 months later than the normal season, so you still have time, even though the spring and the summer goes to shit. But I had some minor injuries and some appendicitis and some illness that everybody gets throughout the year. So that's just the way it is sometimes. So my summer was not good, and therefore I didn't do any roller ski races for the first time in in this sport. So yeah, but yeah, that's the way it is. Everybody gets sick and everybody gets injured, and hopefully I'm done with that, and the winter will be good.
Indeed, let's hope that. And then questions for Andreas. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead.
Hey, Andreas.
Hello.
Regarding your minor problems during the summer, do you have to change your training and what you do to get in form and in shape to the season, or has you just copied the last autumn?
I have not copied the last autumn. I have not. You just have to postpone maybe the build up and the way you distribute the intensity in your sessions. So starting a little bit later than I wanted with like the base training with the long easy stuff and the controlled intervals, I just have had to keep going with that for a longer period of time. So maybe my anaerobic capacity isn't as good as it needs to be to win races, but I think now I have been training well for some months now and have been doing nothing crazy but getting good weeks every week. So I think the base is there, the foundation is there to build for after Christmas. And last year I did really shit in Gastein, and hopefully I can do a little bit better this year. But I don't think I have never did it well in like this ITTs and this shorter stuff before Christmas. But I want to do well. But maybe, yeah, it comes a little bit too soon. But yeah, we will see.
You've been training hard for many years now. Do you think you have to change something in that part of the career that you are now?
Yeah, it seems that I need to maybe be a little bit more conservative in regards of intensity and hours. It seems like my balance is maybe around 20 hours per week, not more, and try to get 2 interval sessions and maybe 1 strength training. Try to do that with 1 day totally off and do that for as many weeks as possible seems to be what works best for me. And I also see that my speed isn't as good maybe as it was, or maybe it needs to be triggered more in training than before. 6-7 years ago, I was a little bit more explosive, had a little bit more pop like naturally. Now I need to maybe hit the gym a little bit more and maybe sprint a little bit more in the training to be as fast as you need to be to win races.
I'll talk to you about that during this winter. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. I understand. Maja Eriksson, you have a question as well?
Yes. Hello. On Sunday, you will make your 100 start in Ski Classics. How do you think the Ski Classics and the long distance races has developed since you started?
Getting older, 100 races. Yeah, I think in terms of the level of the skiers, it has increased a lot, especially from, let's say, 5th position to 50th positions. There are more guys, more girls who has the possibility to train and live as a really pro. So before, when I had a bad race, maybe I would get 10th, 15th. Now I would easily get a 40th position. So in terms of the level of the field has gotten way better. Maybe the top, not that much. And yeah, media-wise, it has grown. The races is all over the Europe, and hopefully we can keep on growing. So yeah, 100 races on Sunday. Yeah, it will be a good day anyway then.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maja. Yes, congratulations there. 100 races. That is a long career. So, but no wonder they call you a legend. Thank you very much, Andreas, and good luck there. I'm pretty sure that you will continue winning races, and let's see how many you can do this season. Take care.
I'm happy with 1. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And moving on to our last interviewee, Tomas Bing from XVI Vltava Fund Team there. Hello. How are
Hey.
you doing? Our German skier. Last but not least, all good, I assume.
Yeah, everything fine. I'm now on the travel to Bad Gastein, and so let's make a short break.
All right, good. What are you going to focus on this year? The overall or the climb competition, or what is your tactic or plan?
This is a really good question. I think the last year with the climb bib was more, I don't know how I come inside of this, because at the beginning I just want to stay one time inside of the climbing bib, just to stay in the first line and not start from the 7 or 8 line, and it's worked really well for last year. But I think this year I'm not going to go for an overall. I want to be at some races more in the front.
And have you trained well for that? That you are more persistent and you have maybe a little bit better endurance, that you can do that and be up front?
Yeah, it's crazy. I had a whole year without any accidents or any sickness around this, or something like this. Yeah, it's crazy, because normally when I go to work and everyone is sick and everyone have problems here and here and here, and that I didn't get something, it's I was very lucky. But yeah, I changed really the training for the last years, just because now I have to work a bit under the week, and so I have to train much more on the weekends and less under the week. And so this is what I changed, and yeah, it feels at the moment quite okay.
That's interesting. But then the questions, for Thomas on the floor.
Perfect. Then I can start.
It always takes a while. But while waiting, tell us about the the training. You mentioned you had to change it a little bit, more training over the weekends.
Yeah, it is when you have to work for 4 days or 5 days in a week, then normally you didn't have this time to train under the week, just because, yeah, when you have to stay for 8 hours or for 6 hours by your work, then you didn't have a good quality by the training afterwards. And so I decided to try to train as much as possible on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then hopefully it was enough that I empty enough that I can make 2 or 3 rest days, or make just small sessions without any intensity or something like this, and then hope this over the weekends was enough.
Now the floor is ready. Anders Blomqvist, please go ahead. You have a question.
Hey, Thomas.
Hi.
How has the snow conditions been for you during this pre-season? Has you been able to be a lot on snow?
Yeah, it was really okay. I stayed for 16 days in Davos, and for now this week in Schlienig, and joined some competition there on the Continental Cup. And I think this time we have better snow conditions in Middle Europe than in Scandinavian. And yeah, it was every time the same snow, so really hard, really fast. So maybe it's not enough change. And also for the muscles, it's similar to train on this hard snow like a roller skiing. But yeah, I think especially for the altitude training, it was important to make some days there, especially for the January.
Yeah. I saw the races in Italy. Are you satisfied with that? Are you in a heavy training period, or what? How are you on? What would you describe? Are you in tough training now, or has you let up training a little bit?
With the races there, with the classic race, there were many things that are not running really well there. And for this, it was really good, especially when you have a diagonal zone inside and you have to herringbone 3 degrees up there, then you lose your seconds every time. and also with the second day in the altitude, and the competition there feels normally not that good. And for this everything was quite okay there. It's not a big gap to the front, and I feel that my power is not on 120%, but it was quite okay. So hopefully I can shape a little bit more for the January, and then I will be happy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Anders Blomqvist, and then Jakob Hård, your turn.
Hey, Thomas. This situation with where you have to adapt your training to your work, is that something new for this year, or have you been working for many years before, but you have found this solution now?
No, it started last year in August because I lose my sports military place in Germany. And so I have to work as a customer officer now for last year for 40 hours a week. And since June of this year, I go a little bit down to 25 hours for 1 week. And so I have to find some solutions there. And last year I tried to make in front of the work or after the work some sessions, and sometimes it's working, but really often after the work I was from my head so empty that I can't make a really good training. And I think this is what you have to focus on. The easy trainings, you do 10 or 15 hours for 1 week. It's not a big goal to make it after the work or in front of the work. But for the intensities, you have to stay focused on. And yeah, this was the decision that I tried to make it on Saturday or Sunday.
Can you feel this has? Can you feel that you? I don't know if you have any tests or something that show that you have improved, or maybe just your feeling, or how does it feel?
I think with my age, to get stronger, it's not that easy. I think it's more the goal to hold what you have. Yeah, I see against the other ones that I can hold my shape or hold my standard. So if it's enough to come more in the front in some races, that we will see. I hope so, but I'm not quite sure about it because I didn't get younger. But I think with the right tactic and a fast key, then everything is possible in this kind of races.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jakob, and thank you, Thomas, very much. Last quick thing, what is your goal for this weekend on the podium, perhaps?
Again, I think in this kind of competitions where you have this big groups, and also I think it will be really fast when there didn't come some snow, then there will be a group of around 30 guys on the last lap. So it's extremely hard to position on the right place and then be strong enough on the last meters. I think just to say, I want to go on the podium. So it's not that. Yeah, I don't know how to say, but it's not that easy. I think a top 10 will be a really good entry in both races on Saturday and Sunday, and then it will be a really, really good entry.
Okay, let's see if that happens. Thank you very much, Thomas, and good luck there. We hope that you will do well this weekend and, of course, throughout the season.
Yeah, thanks.
And thank you, everyone, joining us. This was the first Ski Classics live sessions. We will continue, of course, throughout the season. And stay tuned for more. And remember to be joining us this weekend as the ITT and the Criterium races take place in Bad Gastein, Austria. Until then, take care, have a good night, and see you this weekend. Bye-bye.